At West Tennessee Bank, our flexible terms, wide range of loan options, and quick response capabilities can save you time, money, and worry. We really like to say yes when it comes to making loans to local people. West Tennessee Bank, a division of Decatur County Bank. We think you'll like us. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I noticed that we have the county mayor in the audience tonight. I'd like to welcome him to our meeting here tonight. This time, first item on the agenda is item A, minutes. Are there any corrections or amendments to the minutes? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Have a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Do I have a second? Second. I have a second. All those in favor signify by aye. Aye. All opposed signify no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda are the counts. There's no vote required. Are there any questions on any of the counts?
Jim, on the utilities, line 24, with local government, that software support, is that a one-time? I know we're going
That
to
is basically half of the annual support fee. The other half the city pays, and it is an annual fee for the entire year. That provides all the upgrades, support, anything we need, software for the entire year.
So that's the one we do every year. That's not just because we did the
Now, this has nothing to do with upgrade. This is just paying the annual support fee for the main program that we have for local government.
Okay. And on line 43 and 44, how many gas meters and water meters did we purchase with that?
I'd like to pass that on to Darryl. Do you remember?
Ballpark figure.
43 is, I think there was a couple of gas meters and there was charts that we use on all the regulator stations. And from that, then we had a key station, we had to chart ERA. And so that was supplies for that. And there was two gas meters in that went for Little Caesars. One of them was a larger meter than we normally buy. That was one of them.
That means reimbursed. The larger meters are reimbursed back to us.
Number 17, the coach fire truck, parking fire truck, that parts for a new truck or the old truck?
Greg, any other with that one? Didn't have some kind of reel on the aerial device?
Yes, that's a reel on the aerial device that went out. Keeps the power to the top.
That's on the other aerial truck?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, that's fine.
Are there any other questions on the counts? Okay. Next item on the agenda is delegations. Is anybody here who would like to address the board this time? Anybody here who would like to address the board? Okay. Next item on the agenda is review, discuss, engineering report on water main extension on Proctor Road.
Ask Jim Gilmore, GRW, to look at the pressures and the ability to serve the Proctor Road area. Since some of that was higher elevation, if we leave everything like the existing system is, we would only have 15 to 25 psi on top of the hill. That wouldn't meet the 20 psi minimum for the state. But we did look back at the PRV that's at Highway 100 and Wilson School Road, and we can adjust that by 15 psi, which will give us 30 up on Proctor Road. So it looks like that we can deliver 30 to 40 psi pressure up there without, like our last discussion, we talked about possibly might need a pumping station. We think he says that we can take care of that through the adjusting the PRV. And then he actually looked at doing that project either in phases or doing the project all the way around. And the project to complete it from to do Proctor Road from one end and tie it back into Wilson School Road on the other was $128,000, and that included all the meters, the pipe, everything needed to do that job. We'd have to have a tap made by GNC, and that included the engineering
do this. That's all we have to do.
But, then, I guess the other thing would be, whether or not we wanted to, do this as an in-house project or a grant project. I think the mayor has some additional information on possibly a grant.
What's come about is, there's a problem with the reason Mayor Seaton's here. Mayor Seaton went to the development district, and they went to look and see what was out there. We have, there's the Delta Region authorities that we get, but we have never, the county, I know the county has, and we never had the city ever applied for any grant through them. There's a grant that we can apply for, it's a competitive grant, that's due in about 2 weeks, which we've got the information that we can apply for. Because it's a competitive grant, I think, how much was, Mayor, how much was appropriated for West Tennessee?
The max on that grant is $250,000.
Max you applied for, but I think how much you said was appropriated, not that much appropriated for West
I don't
Tennessee.
remember how much.
But I think you tell me about millions, so it's really for, because Jim, real quick, the development of the Delta Regional Authority, how many states that is? That's
6 or 7, I
say
think.
6 or 7. Really,
Like
Tennessee.
borders Mississippi River.
Yeah, it really only Tennessee, West Tennessee's the only part of Tennessee that's even included in the Delta region. We're just the West Tennessee, western part of the state. So we went to look at applying for that, and what we came out was, the county was gonna apply for it, but what they advised is whoever's gonna do the match needs to apply for the grant. So that's the reason I got the resolution in front of y'all tonight. And that grant's a 9 of 10 grant. It's 9 of 10 grant. We don't know if it's a very competitive grant, but it's still worth the effort to apply. And what I would like to do is, if y'all would entertain a motion to approve this resolution, and let us apply for the entire amount of $158,000. If we could get very lucky and get a 9 of 10 match, only make match 10% of $128,000. That'd be well worth the effort on the grant. So, the very first, I'd like to, if y'all think about entertaining that motion.
Do we know the timeline typically when these are awarded, or we know?
My understanding from the grant has to be done in 2 weeks. The due date's in 2 weeks, when I think Mayor Seaton lies. And we talked to Melissa, they're saying in September, that's, for Jim and our experience, that's a pretty quick turnaround. That's a pretty quick turnaround. We're thinking this fall they're gonna get the award, but we never have applied through Delta Region. We have never applied, even at Delta, we've never applied for grant. Because it's kind of hard to get them. But it's worth the effort of this short period of turnaround to try to get it.
Does your contact feel like this is something that they'll really look at?
Well, the development district is gonna be our grant, they're the ones who are gonna be producing, who'll be writing the grant, administering the grant. They do our grant, most of one of our grants.
I feel like we never asked for a grant before. Probably fire girls that were getting old.
And I think we're gonna, I would assume we were all sitting here, we were all sitting here thinking about that is the line of, there's not the well problems, people that doesn't have the water, and there's that, and also the burden of 2,500, 3,000 foot more personal lines just to run to water. And I think that's kind of the angle we're gonna come from. Because like I said, there's no well, I think the big issue is there's no well you can dig if you can get water to bounce anything. I think that's kind of good.
It might be a good idea to talk to people, just try to put wells in, see what they pay for wells, if it's not working, or the water's not any good, put that in with that. Because that would show the people that.
Substantiate the.
Right.
Yeah, I think Melissa's that's something in a couple weeks to say that problem happened. And I think that's where we've come from that on this grant, trying to get that. Like I say, it's
If it is awarded to us, do we have a timeline when we think? Do we have any of those details?
If it got awarded, you have to go through the process, we have to go through and get everything done. We would expedite as fast as we could when we start going. But man, we got it. This is really true in the big scheme of things. Darryl jumped in here. This is not a big project.
No, it's not a big project. It's within the boundaries of the grant as far as the max amount of money you can get in what we're asking for this project. And because of the wells, the inability to get a well out there, the number of people out there, I think it's been my experience that, it would be worth a try, and because we're only looking at about a month window of whether or not we can find out whether or not it was funded. At that time, when people were denied, whatever, we could actually proceed with looking at other options. So that's not going to delay this project, I don't think, significantly enough that we should go ahead and apply.
Okay, that was just my concern, to have a parallel plan B kind of thought out, just in case they say no.
Any of these, three options we have, we're all going to be looking, trying to figure out how in the world can we afford to do it. This is the perfect way to do the whole thing. It's worth it. It doesn't cost us, all it's costing us to find out is a month, basically. And we've got to do that. I forget who it was from Parker Road, they put in a well and it failed. They quoted the price, how much was it?
Yeah, Mitchell, one did go.
I think we probably go with probably everybody here that tried to do it well. I think we'd have more than one.
You
I
could
think we'd
pick
have more
one.
than one. But
I don't see how we could lose.
Yeah, Mitchell's is the one that failed.
Well, he hit water, but it was bad, he just had to throw it out.
I've got a well top of the hill, it's nothing but red, mud, smells off. It's not good for humans.
but I think that would be something that, that's his expertise, getting the information, the problems, the water, would be get together.
We'll have something, have it maybe the latter part of next week.
I think we're good. I think she really did take it.
Need a motion.
I need a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
I have a motion to approve the resolution to apply for the grant. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Phelps? Yes. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Marius? Yes. Mr. Manning?
Yes.
All voted in favor.
That being done, it said, we discussed the one going to top of the hill, with the first option, 53,000. So we want to, when we get at the next board, we decide what we want to do with that and do for that.
I think Darryl talked to someone. I think that's the one Darryl's gonna recommend. But
Let's just wait till the next, till after we get this back, before we have.
But that would at least get you with the next, you're already.
Yeah. I think it'll take-
but the thing about it is, we're, the deal about that section would be, how many feet do you have? 2,200. This is gonna put it within how many feet of your house? How many feet is out there with this put it within 50
But
feet?
it's right on his property in front of the house.
So they could have, and that's a lot of this expansion is a new thing, but also to cut all that out that we're having a problem with anyway, which would give the pressure they need, which would definitely do the pressure.
But if we don't get the grant, we got to do it ourselves, it's got to be 100% value. It's got to be one of those things where everybody says we're in for the deal, we're going to try to do it, but that way we've got something. So if you say, I'm not going to get out here, got 5 people, so I'm not going to do it, then that's the deal. It's kind of like, you got to play the whole thing now. You got to say, this is it, we're going to do it, we're going to buy into it, we're going to go. So that's what we're looking at. If we get the grant, it makes this.
A moot point.
So that's
So
what
you
we're.
feel like you've got everybody fine out there? Pretty much?
Well, I think that plus the add-on to the issue, I think the issue I think all of us think around this, if we do this section is
Well, that's where we are, so we'll find out about this, and hopefully it won't be another 6, won't be another 3 or 4 months.
But there, like I said, again,
Plan. Very glad.
the reason we're,
Out of here, going about it.
We didn't have to start off to. There you go.
well, like I say, the reason the city's applying for the grants to the county is that the development district advised that whoever's doing the 50% patch, which would be the utility department, would need to do the grants. That's the reason it's not going to the county, it's going to the city.
That all sounds.
Well, I'll be honest with these grants are hit and miss. Some grants I thought I had a good shot getting, I didn't. Some grants we get a phone call and we got it, none of us thought we was gonna get it, so it just depends.
Well, here's,
But-
I think you got a heads up on kind of this is your first question.
Well,
I think that'll help.
Yeah, I think too. We had all
I'm
this
assuming,
out.
I would assume that some of us will make phone calls to people asking for help.
So, either way, we'll try to take it.
Well, I just want to say that I think whoever hired Mr. Green did an excellent job.
Yes.
Hey, it's a far ahead of what you had.
What do you say?
Okay.
He needs to be there.
Yeah.
He'll be asking for a raise.
Yeah, we're done.
And we do appreciate all of y'all.
Really need to thank Mayor C.
Yeah.
The mayor's on it, he went out and hunted this down, brought it to our attention, and, so, I mean, he deserves
He did
it.
his part.
He needs your help and support, y'all take care of it.
All right, next item on the agenda is, item E, discuss, consider approving the drought management plan for the water department.
Yeah, a drought management plan, it's pretty much a plan that's being followed throughout the state of Tennessee. Had a lot of problems with water, availability of water back during the drought several years ago, primarily on the Cumberland Plateau area where they relied solely on the impounds. It really didn't affect West Tennessee, that drought didn't, but at the same time, all water systems are required to have a drought management plan. And we have a plan before you, and if we were to lose the ability to get groundwater or something, then we would implement this drought management plan, which calls for some surcharges for excessive usage and things like that. It's been looked over by the state of Tennessee, and in its current form, it could be approved. We took out the wording about fines and things and added the word surcharge in there because the utility does have the ability to assess fees and surcharges, but we're not, can't fine somebody per se. So, we feel like that the plan meets state approval, plus we've had legal look at it, and Jerry Stores has reviewed it as well, and didn't see any particular problem with it in its current form.
We need a motion to approve that. So,
Have a motion to approve, do I have a second? Second, any discussion on the motion? Jim, just a roll call.
According to what we understand, the state's asking for, we can do this as a motion.
How about let's do the roll call in case anything comes up? Yeah, the roll call, please.
Mr. Bell? Yes. Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Farris?
Yes.
Mr. Manning?
Yeah.
All voted in favor.
Double sure.
Don't read it. Next item on the agenda is another business, is, the police department is requesting, what is it, Jim, how much they requesting?
Later on the agenda for the beer board, we have a show cause hearing. Well, the police department used some drug funds to do the undercover operation concerning the beer buy, and they're just requesting that we reimburse the drug funds, those funds. It's only $150, but really, we can't transfer the money without the board saying it's okay. So, all I need is a motion to transfer $150 back to the drug fund.
Motion. Have a motion. Do you have a second?
Second.
Have a second, any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, signify by aye. Opposed, same vote. Next item. Jim and I talked on this one and hammered it around for a while. We're getting applications in on the chief's job. seeing these guys' salary is, we've had a couple that's come in that's applied, the salary, their salary they're making now is 6 figures. But we know that's not what we're not gonna pay them. So, what we would. I think I'm pretty safe. I just feel like I'm safe. But what we like to do, what Jim and I like to do, if the board would talk about it tonight and try to set us a pay range. So what we would like to do, a lot of these people apply, especially the ones out of state, is to send them an email and say, this is the pay range. And let them, because that way we're gonna limit, that way I feel we'll eliminate a lot of these. But we're getting a lot of these, we get them from Iowa, we've got them from Iowa, we've got them from California, Pennsylvania, Florida. And so, well, I just need to, y'all, we just need to talk about what the maximum pay range, if y'all feel y'all should be.
Now, the current range is,
The current range is, entry level, current range under the existing policy is $53,839 and some odd cents. The top pay, which is in 5 years, there's a 3-year step and then a 5-year step. The 5-year step currently is $58,233 and 50 cents. And so we discussed this when we had a meeting before. Y'all sort of leave it a little flexible because you didn't want to just lock yourself into a, hole and say this is the maximum, that's all you're going to do.
And another discussion is, which I like the board to consider, I think we talked about having all the department heads locked in one range of salary, and this has been an opportunity to kind of break the salary out a little bit. And I think we've all talked about doing that. And I mean, that was we went back and forth. That's the reason we decided, we just kind of like to have a range where y'all think what the maximum is going to be, we'll pay, and the range will be X to X.
Now, you wouldn't be locked into this range necessarily. It's not like you're saying that you're gonna hire at this rate. It's just giving us a top figure and a bottom figure to say it's gonna be somewhere in between these two numbers, and you may eliminate some of these candidates that won't more than that.
And plus,
But not waste their time and not waste our time.
and the plus is, I really hate to have a guy from Tuesday's open drive over here for an interview, and we never have told him what the salary is. But if I was that guy making 6 figures, I think I would ask that question before I take that drive over here anyway.
And we have those
do we not do
questions already being asked.
cursory, like phone interview or
No.
anything like that? I mean, I don't know of what that preliminary screening would be.
Well, what we would like to do, our preliminary screen, we'd like to just send these people the pay rate. That's what's going to pull it on a lot of these people that are making the jobs. That are making 6 figures. Some of them are also retired from other jobs too. We've got some that are college professors now. They're retired from federal law enforcement teaching college. Some need, we just need to give them a pay range. I feel, I was asking if y'all would consider doing that. So
I'll give my 2 cents on it. I think it's a very important job. We're asking the police chief to do, and we need to do a lot of community service. There's a lot of stuff that is going on now in America that the police job is more critical than it's ever been. As far as being a police chief and then getting the right people to do the job. So my deal of it is 58,000 is good. My thought of it is that you took it to a max that the person can make. That's everything that's including benefits and everything. Don't fall out of your seat. Because I think 65,000, that's too much to get the commission.
It's probably more than that, fully loaded now, isn't it?
Well, fully loaded, yes.
Well, that's what he's saying, fully loaded.
You're talking about base pay? You're talking about base pay?
You're not talking fully.
Are you talking 58 to 65 is what you're talking, or 53?
What percentage is that?
You could always leave the entry where the entry is now.
I
would leave your bottom where your bottom.
I appreciate all the Phelps' things, and I think it's real target. Believe the base pay start at 53, go to 65. Now we got a wider range. You've got places to start in between based on experience, what you got, what you bring to the table, how they interview, if they can get the job done like they want it done. They feel like they're compatible with us, and things are going to work out. And that would be my suggestion also. That way you got to draw the range.
first step, or you can say that's his last step. That's up to the board, that's y'all's.
An example, we hired a utility director recently, we put him at the 3-year step because of the previous experience. He did not start at anything. And so anybody you hire, depending on what their background and references and their work history is and education, you may feel like you need to put them in above the introductory step. We've always used our steps in all our departments as being a guide, but the department head, even on other hires, has the right to put a person in above the entry level if it feels like he's qualified to be there.
What's some of the top out for other departments?
As far as the department head,
Yes.
It runs from what I've looked at around, we've looked, Lexington, this is the counties surround us, Selma's lower, but Lexington, Oliver, I think most everybody's in the 60s.
I mean,
About our
out.
Our department.
okay.
I mean, I don't have to have an exact.
Well, I hate to quote things without knowing. I thought I had some extra copies somewhere of the pay scales, and evidently I don't.
I got that.
I do have a couple. That's that y'all approved in the resolution when we passed the budget as what we consider department head and middle management salaries and pay scales. So that's where they are now.
So, just a question.
Yeah.
If we do decide to raise that 5-year step to 65, for example, then would we adjust sergeants, chief investigators? I
Not
mean,
necessarily.
to close that gap?
Not
or-
necessarily. And because of what you do tonight, it's not gonna change this schedule. Do y'all take action and you hire a new one, then you will approve that new schedule at that point. All you're doing right now is just giving us a guideline to look at, to pass along to these people.
So
It will-
again, a question, the public works director, the utility director, all of these, would we look at the whole scale? I mean, because that pushes it,
I would recommend it at this time.
As far as-
Next year's
Well,
budget.
the deal with me is I feel, just my opinion is, I think the board over the years, has always figured try to put these departments in the same salary, which I think they all have different responsibilities,
Sure.
different things they have to do, number of employees under and everything else. I don't think you can just lump them in one group and say.
well,
that's
they
what-
are now, that's why I was asking.
Some of them are
the
lumped,
question.
that's, and the board over the years, and this has been a topic that, get Johnny and Keith can talk about more than I can, it's been a topic that's thrown out every board, they've always talked about it. But,
Well, that's what started that
My
question.
feelings on this, I'm not for giving police chief this money and then come back and give every other department a raise. So I'm not gonna do that.
That was my question, because they're all married together now.
But we'll
and
have
I-
to, we'll have to force them.
They don't want to get involved.
well, the years ago, where the first got, I think the first broke loose was when they consolidated public work, not public work, but gas and water. And then they consolidated that, that's when they broke out the utility director, and broke that salary out. And then they broke Jim's salary out. And then the rest of them stayed alone. And over the years, they've always talked about that.
Many years ago, all 5 department heads, me including, were lumped together in the same salary. Then when they combined the gas and the water departments into one department, that person was given a raise, and so that person made more. And through the years, that's transitioned, mine became separated. The other 3, based on board action through the years, have always been locked together. Public Works Director, your fire chief and your police chief have all made the same now for ever since, I can remember.
Yeah. And if you look, the thing about it, is there's a site we can go on that gets, 20-30% maybe, of the cities, we submit ours every year into MTAS, and you can go on a site, you can look and see what a patrolman makes in certain towns, that puts that information in. And if you go look at that, it's all over the place. You you might see a utility guy make a whole lot less than the police chief, or if you go to the next town, it's completely flip-flop. That's really, you try to look at it, it doesn't really help you too much, it's really all over the place itself. Then you go out to East Tennessee, you look at city managers, and they make it 6 figures, so.
You need a motion, Buzzard?
Yes, sir.
Got an email?
Yeah, this is motion pay rate.
Well, I didn't,
And you're not held to,
No, I understand.
when you get ready to negotiate, to hire
Just
somebody,
expanding the
this is
money.
just
And
expanding
then,
your.
and also give us authority, I think we just give us authority to email these applicants and give them a pay rate.
I make a motion that we take it from the low range of $53,839.83, all the way to $65,000. That's the pay. We determine where we're between that and
And we have authority to send these applicants.
yes.
that pay
Make a
rate.
motion to send that out to them, read them out.
Do I have a second? Second. Have a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by aye. All opposed, signify by no. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Barney, got anything?
No, sir.
I would say, appreciate everybody voting, and I look forward to doing another 4 years of the city hall. Very happy to be here.
So congratulations to our three aldermen that retained on the board. Appreciate their service.
Keith?
I got a couple of things. Real quick. One was, last time I asked something about the surplus property, and we hadn't done it yet. How do we stand on that?
Everything closed Tuesday, for the 8 things the police put up, which is the first layer of things. There were 3 vehicles we actually own, the rest of them were seized vehicles. First one got picked up today, the rest of them, there's big arrangements made. The second set of stuff has not gone up yet, I hope to get that up next week or 2. We'll go with another group of stuff, little fire truck and some of those stuff, we'll just wait.
This was something that, we talked last time about the city cemetery and putting money in it, setting aside some each year to try to restore some of the monuments. What I was wondering if we could get, and I think this is possible, because I've heard of other towns, is to get the cemetery on the National Register of Historic Places. That would give us the possibility of some grant money that could be used with our money to help restore some of the old monuments.
Don't know enough about it to even address it, but I think it's something we can do.
So we go to that, county mayor should have come to meetings, so he gets any more questions. It's not, the development district, if there's not a person on the development district, the historical person on the development district, he's gone after they have a position there that does that, can give looks at that area.
I think so.
Renee had that job, but I think she went back to Nashville, but there's somebody there that does that on historical stuff. Because remember our grant we had on the park, was a downtown, remember the downtown grant, had to go through this historical stuff before we could do what we did on that. And I think that's what their job is, so we can ask that question. She can at least get us in the right direction where we need to go.
I was thinking, we got the founder, and then we got several people that did a lot to get the county seat here and everything, they're buried there. This might be something that could get us,
Might be a very good idea, we'll do some research.
We'll research it, we'll get with the development district with that person, and we'll try to see, let's see if it goes the right direction. I'll report back something to you the next month, where we're at.
congratulations to all of you, I feel like including all.
Here's a tight race, thank you. I've got 3 things. On the street page, I guess, have we got a list of the streets we're gonna try to work on this year? Or anything, if you got anything going for the paving companies that you get?
Looking at doing Kaysen, and also looking at doing out on Montezuma from there back to Dusty Lane. It's a spot there we looking at paving. And also, I'm looking at doing that out there in your spot, fixing that. And also on 3rd Street between but back down to Bluebell, there's a spot right there I'm gonna try to get. That is if we have enough money. I think Jim said we had something else we had to come out of it or something. See?
Do you keep a running list of the streets and when they were paved last, and who paved them?
Yes, sir. I got
What paving company done that?
I got all that in my, it's enough.
If you could work that up for us next time, next meeting, I'd like to see this with the streets and paved. I know Hearn Street is all the people. I think we paved that since we paved anything else. I'm not sure, maybe wrong with the head, you know. And one other thing that, on the pet peeve tonight, the trash and stuff, and the signs still being put on the yard signs, still taped on the boxes and stuff. And I'd like for our police officers, public works, anybody that sees a sign or anything like that tacked to a pole or taped to a red light box or anything like that, just take the garbage bag and get the truck, everybody. And if you've got people running around all day, tear those things off, throw them back, get rid of them. Just take a second stop. Because you know that I hate to see a sign hang up there for 4 or 5 days. What really got me on this deal is there's ribbons tied around the pole from the bridge, overhead bridge. They've been up there forever and ever and ever. Finally, I got tired of stopping, but when we got there, put them on. See, stuff like that, people put up stuff, but they never want to say anything. So, if we would do that, I'd appreciate it, because it would make things look a whole lot better. Just see stuff that's laying around. My thing is going to be, if you see it, get it. You know, just, if you see it, you don't belong there, get it, put it in the bag, and get rid of it. Other than that, that's all I got.
One thing before we go, this I'm gonna bring up is, Jim and I, we talked about this too. You know, in the budget, we approved on the track system on the vehicle, we have a public works in. And we feel like remember we told you, I think we told y'all during the budget meeting, that we had some bugs we were trying to work out. We've been constantly talking to them, so I think we've got those work. And, I think a couple of y'all have applied a few radios to put on the rest of the vehicle, so we'll start that process. We're going to start that process. Those will be there.
Yeah, we got probably half the vehicles done, so we'll just do the other half, everything we got done.
Yeah. And the thing about this too, is the deal is like I say, the viewing and everything else. And it's like any other thing, it gives you data, but if you're not looking at the data, you know, you're wasting your time if you're not gonna look at it. And we got department heads that got to, and I think a lot of them are, but they've got to look at and see what they've got to see, because we're seeing, you know, I look at something and I'm trying to figure out, this doesn't look right. If you ask somebody, they explain to what it does, whereas the department head looks at it, he knows what his business is, where they're supposed to be, he knows pretty quick. Anything out of the way, he needs to find out. Me, I'm looking at it, I have to ask a lot of questions, and half of them are answered very easily. So, it's just another issue. Does anybody else, anything else to bring from the regular report? Then I entertain a motion to adjourn and to reconvene the beer board. Have a motion to adjourn. The regular meeting is adjourned. This time I'd like to call to order the Henderson Beer Board. And we have, I believe, three businesses that we have. This time, I think Officer, your call come up and,
We need to approve the minutes of the last 2001.
Actually, when we approve the minutes, normally we do that, but it's one thing, we'll do the other minutes. I took the motion as approved, both
Okay,
sections.
good, thank you.
your boss. I think the first one is, Family Market. Well, that was first.
That'd be fine. On July 15, 2016, myself and Deputy Steve Davis, Jefferson County Sheriff's Department did do a compliance check of all the business selling beer in the county and the city. The county, we had no beer buys from there. I'd like to take a second sort of tell you the process that I go through when we do the experiments. about a year ago, one of the lawyers for the clerks made a comment in general sessions court that they were tricked into selling beers. Far from it. I tricked nobody, and trapped nobody, or nothing. I used a male or a female under the age of 21. I checked their wallets, their purses, their cards. That way nobody can ever say they used a fake ID. They're instructed, if you're asked for ID, you're to show them your real driver's license. It's clearly in red, the date of birth is in red, and it says under the age of 21. So that, like I said, there's no trickery. You know, if I was going to use a fake ID, I'd go and get them every week. So, you know, I just wanted to, you know, let everybody know, you know, the process that it takes. The first business that we did check was Bull Market. I think they do business as Family Market. And the clerk did ask for ID there, but they take it, hand it back to them, and some stores, and y'all may be able to help, some stores you have to put the date of birth into the registry. I don't know if they have a standard birthday that they put in, but it don't take a second to put the real birthday in. And the registry's gonna tell you sell or no sell. But they're not, even though they ask for it, because they know the owners are gonna go back and look at the video and see if they can figure out, you know, when it was or what. But I doubt they put a fake, a generic birthday in and doing the sale.
I'll let you pronounce your name, because last time I butchered you, I apologize. Okay, this is the one at Family Market. You got anything you want to address the board, say anything to the board?
No, it was just that she didn't count, even though we had a sheet on top of them showing that they have to be born before or on that day for both cigarettes and weed. She was
Also, we checked, none of the establishments that we caught this up, been over a year.
It's been over a year. It hasn't been a year. I've actually checked, 6-8 months ago or something like that. Of course, if I go in and check and you don't sell, you don't never hear from me. But we do checks, try to every 5, 6. We vary them up. That way, you know, like I said, if we go in and check, they never hear from us.
I remember some 6 months or a year, almost a year ago, that y'all didn't want nobody that.
Right.
So
Everybody asked for ID, and we had, and that's my end result the night when I do them. I hope, and you know, no one, you know, that I'm not successful in it, but things happen.
Well,
I'm just glad it wasn't your brother this time. He's gonna be in big trouble.
I guess we're just following our normal procedure, $1,500 or suspension for 90 days. Is that what we're going to do?
That's the standard.
They choose whatever you want to do. That's what it is. Make a motion to accept this fine and make it what it wants.
second. Second, any discussion? All those in favor, signify by aye. All those in favor, none carried. Next one is, Zippy's. Thanks on that.
Same night, when we do them, we do all. We did go into the cities that never asked for an ID or anything. Matter of fact, you clerk that night was real helpful. What we bought, they was informing them, I'm listening live. When they're in the store, I'm listening to every word that's going on, you know, sitting outside watching. So I know what's being said, you know, inside the store. Actually, clerks, like, you can get the 16 ounce for like 40 cents more. You know?
Let's make sure you're getting a good deal.
You know, if you're going to deal with him, you can either take suspension for 90 days or $1,500.
A lot of times when we go back in, they say, oh, we were busy or whatever. It doesn't take but a second to get that break.
This particular employee wasn't even supposed to be running the register. He was a stop boy, and he took it upon himself to go to him. So now it's gonna be, both employees are gonna be fired from now on. You have to stop boy go up there and work, and y'all both are gonna.
Also, while we were standing in the store, right, giving a ticket, a gentleman walked up, it was questionable whether it was 21 or not, and the clerk started bagging it up and never asked him for his ID. Matter of fact, Deputy Davidson had to get on to her and say, we're standing here, are you not going to ask him for an ID because it was questionable? You know, so, I mean, you have no control of that.
Well, I tell everyone of them, you know, you're supposed to, if they, everybody, right, you can, right, you know, I mean.
Even if you're sure.
Right, even if it's your ID, and if you do ID, it needs to go into the register, because the register's not been licensed.
Okay, so you have the same opportunity. 15, and that's my motion.
Second. Second, to have any discussion on that motion? See none, all those in favor, signify by aye. One, I'd like you to tell the story on the one that did get something out,
Well,
but they're lucky.
They were very lucky because it's like, I can't believe it. They're putting the birthday in the register. The register sitting there telling them, no sale, no sale. Get the ID back, put the birthday in again, it said no sale. I said, something's wrong with my register. Let me get a calculator. And figures out, and then they figure out, you're not 21. No. I mean, that took place that same night. Otherwise, we would have had 4 up here. And you can figure out where the 4th is, but 3 of them's up here. Right.
But I mean, I hate saying it's kind of cost to business hard, the news has to do it.
Like I said, I'd much rather you never hear from them, none of them, but
A lot of machines, some machines, you scan the product, and it's your product, you won't have to do anything, you get correct information. I think in some places,
Scan the, what is it, scan ID?
no, there's some, I know, you go some places when you go through, no Walmart, they scan your product, it's not the machine, makes you do something to clear the machine.
Yeah, that's the way ours is set up, which it has, you can't bypass it, it's the only thing, there's no way to set it up to where you can't bypass it.
So they're bypassing.
All right. Is anything else?
Thank you.
Move to adjourn.
And this comes in front of the beer board, I have a motion to adjourn in a second, all in favor say aye.